Shalom, Yasha'Allah. First and foremost, we want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, the bonders to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who grew well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that's pushed this great gospel with sincerity and truth. This is your brother Tazakaya.
It's your brother Shaki.
From the great millstone Indianapolis camp, coming at you another lesson through the spirit of power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and Lord willing, it be edifying. And then ultimately, we just gonna, go ahead and just hop right into it.
This is Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so yeah, we gotta go through things in this lifetime that we're in. All right, because if you just get the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai without going through anything, it's like it ain't really gonna be no reward, because you didn't have to sacrifice things. All right, you didn't have to feel that pain, basically. All right, so the Lord, it's a requirement to go through things. All right.
Right, like you said, definitely a requirement. As we are, we working for reward. The same thing that our Lord and Savior Yahushua HaMashiach did. When he came down here, he came to do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because he knew there was a reward waiting for him for doing so. So with that, as the scriptures say, real quick, while you look for yours, in Hebrews 12, just getting to the point and say, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2, it says, looking unto Yahweh Shai, the author and finisher of our faith, right? Who for the joy, so he the author and the finisher of our faith. So that's why when we ask for things as far as like, spiritual discernment, saying faith, patience and so forth and so on, we pray in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? Because ultimately it's gonna be him that's strengthening us through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So he's the author and finisher, right? He's the Alpha and Omega, right? The beginning and the end, right, of our faith. And it says, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. Right, so that means what? He had to face adversity. He had to go through things. He had to go through a fiery trial, so to speak. And his trial was to ultimately, come here in the world, be despised, being mocked, being ridiculed by his own people that he created by, through the Spirit. You understand that he created all things, so he created the people. But guess what? They loved him not, and they hated him without a cause. So he came here, to ultimately like I said, do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, take upon the sins of our nation and the sins of himself, and to die for our nation as a whole, to bring us back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that was a part of his obstacle. That was his thing. That's what he had to endure and go through, before receiving his reward. Because it was Salakia, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame. Right, he endured the cross. He went on the cross. He got crucified. He endured that. That was a part of his walk. That was a part of what he had to go through. Like I said, that was part of the tribulation that he had to go through, right? And he said, despise the shame. So he didn't care, right? He didn't care. He knew what the will of the Father was. He did ask him if there's something else he could do, if he could do it, but hey, the Lord didn't answer him. So he knew, like, this is what it is. Hey, pretty much he got ministered by the angels, to build up his faith. And guess what? He ultimately did it. No matter if he had a weak moment, because we all going to have weak moments, because while we are in this flesh. But at the end of the day, we look up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that strength. And it says he despised the shame. So when you people be looking at us and this and that, whatever, and y'all look at us as we doing a shameful thing, we looking stupid, we look like fools, this and that, we don't care about how y'all feel or what y'all think. Right? That's what I said. 2 Corinthians 15:3 speaks about fear not the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them that trouble thee, that speak against thee. That's why we don't give a damn. Just like how Yahweh Shai, he didn't care about what the people was talking about, mainly the 2/3. And we don't either. It says, despise and shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? That was the reward that he was going to receive, to do all things that he did. And guess what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Spirit crowned him, set at his right hand, which we wait for it all to, manifest, through the Spirit. But ultimately, what he gonna do for what he did? He gonna make all his enemies be his footstool. He gonna give them complete reign over everything. And then Lord willing, we be of that hopeful number to be joint heirs and to reign with him. But like, not to ramble too much, but just like what he went through, if we be in his service, we gonna have to be his little brothers. We gonna have to go through the same things that he went through. That's why the brother started with the previous The previous scripture that say what? Through much tribulation shall we enter to the kingdom. So if you think this gonna be a walk in the park, man, you're gonna you gonna soon get a reality check at the end of the day.
Yep.
You got something, bro?
Yep. All right, this is Matthew 7:13. Says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." All right, so that wide gate, just basically following the ways of this world. All right, going all into other doctrines, believing in, Jesus, Christianity, committing adultery, sinning, eating whatever you want, pork, lobsters, smoking, doing all types of drugs and stuff. Hey, that's that way, that's that broad way that's gonna lead to your destruction. All right.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what that straight gate, when you get that term straight, means what? A place of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the path that we enter to, it's the harder path to take than what the brother speak about, that broad way. See, it's easy to go into the broad way, but that's where, that's why it says what? 2/3 of our people in this land shall be cut off. See, the 2/3 are going to go to that broad way, but the hopeful elect, them in the Lord, they're going to take that straight gate, right?
Okay.
Because that's the narrow path, right? And ultimately it's going to get to what it's going to lead to. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 14, "Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it." And that few there be that find is the elect. All right.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life." All right. So that straight gate, the positions of difficulty, it's gonna be a tough walk. All right. You're gonna have to go through things. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrificing your woman. Brothers go through. I know brothers go through
Just all manners of things. Like you said, sacrifice your woman. You may lose your job.
Mm-hmm.
Tire may pop. You may get your kids taken from you. You may, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things may happen to you.
Okay.
Somebody may key your car up. A lot of things may happen, right?
Yep.
But at the end, that's part of that straight path, because it say, because ultimately, like I said, while you're in this walk, you're going through things you're going through, again, like, yes, we come to serve the Lord, but they also say, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. So you got to be built up in your spirit. So the only way for your spirit to be built up into endurance is you got to experience things, you got to go through things, right? And he's not putting us through those things for our destruction, but he's putting it up to us to give us that spirit of the strength in our spirit, so that we may be endure the perilous times that we are already entering into, but that's going to ultimately overtake the whole entire earth. And these people who are not without that, hey man, they're going to be left out to dry. But those who have been enduring and been catching hell leading up to this point, it's going to be easier for us ultimately, because why? We're going to have the hedge protection from Yahweh Shemel Shai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got another precept real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelations 3:10.
Mm-hmm.
"Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." All right, so yeah, you going through the things and you still keeping your integrity in the Lord. Hey, the Lord's gonna keep you. He's gonna keep you from the hour of temptation, which is gonna come upon the whole world. Which is the sea hip. All right.
Right.
And if you take that sea hip, hey, it's over for you.
Right. But like how it said, though, like you said, bro, it said, because thou hast kept the word. So, right, you kept the word. You held fast. You was immovable. You was faithful to Yahweh Shemel Shai. You endured whatever he thrown at you. No matter what. The scriptures say to strive for the truth unto death. Right? Just like the previous chapter in Revelation say what? Let's say that something cast some you into prison. Be thou faithful unto death. Roughly paraphrasing. But like the brother said, this is something that's going to hit the whole entire earth, which you understand that term world goes into oikoumene, which means the inhabited earth in itself. So the time period gonna come where that, like the brother said, that great temptation gonna come. And if you're not rooted, especially first and foremost, if you're not an Israelite, period, you don't have a chance at the salvation any damn way. So it don't matter. Then going to the Israelites, if you're the 2/3, you through. You don't have no hedge protection. You're not going to be kept from that hour of temptation. But the ones who have kept this faith, the word of the patient, because I have kept the word of my patience, those who have meditated and kept this truth within their members and kept Yahweh Shemel Shai at the forefront of mind, those of the elect, the 1/3, they have a chance. Well, ultimately, they're going to make it, right? But at the end of the day, but some may have to, and, die, maybe beheaded, whatever the case may be, for the testimony of how about Shemel Shai. But like even then, like the scripture said, that your works do follow them. So if you was rehearsing those righteous acts and doing to the best of your ability to serve how about Shemel Shai, and it said that what? That those who are alive should not prevent those that are asleep. So right, the dead in your house shall gonna rise first before those are here on earth that's gonna be delivered up and beaten up into the chariots. But at the end of the day, like I said, you keep and believing you have about Shemel Shai and enduring all these things, he gonna keep you from that hour of temptation, like bro said, when you gotta make the decision how you gonna buy and sell and navigate and just ultimately live within society. If you get the, like you said, the see hip, or if you're gonna be, which the 2/3 the heathens gonna do, or even some people who get it, who don't get it, is still slaves for destruction, whatever. But we know that the 1/3, the 144,000, the rest of the elect, the numeral multitude, they not gonna receive it. You got something, bro?
I thought you had something.
Oh,
Yeah, I got something still though.
you said you got something right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, this is 2nd Ezra 7:6. There is also another thing: a city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it is full of all good things. All right, and that's talking about the kingdom of heaven. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall, as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left, on the left a deep water.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, we gotta stay on that straight and narrow path. All right, because it says, a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a right on. It's like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left hand, a deep water.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, you can't be going off to the left or to the right, or you're gonna lead yourself to destruction. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. And one only path between them, both even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. All right, so you gotta work out your own salvation, basically. All right. It says,
Right, like you get encouraged by the brotherhood. Like that's why we read earlier, confirming the souls and exhorting them, encourage them. Hey, continue in the faith, continue to believe in Yahweh Shemel Shai. Put everything upon them. Let you put your burdens upon them. They gonna deliver you through it. They always do. It may not happen at the same minute or in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but at the end of the day, they gonna deliver you from the same, as long as you continue to be faithful. Right, like I said, without faith, it's impossible to please Him. Right, so you have to have faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai and believe that they're gonna deliver you because they are faithful. Right.
mm-hmm.
They faithful, so hey, you got to be the same. But if you're not gonna be faithful to them, then why would they be faithful to you and deliver you out of your distress? Right? You got more on that?
Yeah, one more verse. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangers set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, so yeah, you can't just get this kingdom of heaven without going through anything. You really gotta actually go through some things so you can, enjoy it. This thing is a reward. All right, you don't get rewards off of just doing nothing, not going through anything. All right, so that was it.
I got this 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. Right? So if I read that part in the NLT for a better understanding, say what the temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. So that means what? Everybody go through things.
Yep.
Right? Everybody do. Right? Even 2/3 go through stuff. The heathens go through stuff. We know for sure that the elect gonna go through things. Because as a matter of fact, you in 2 Ezra 7, it's right. I think it's right there. Right, verse 18. One of my favorites.
2 Ezra 7:18.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for the wise.
Right, so the righteous shall suffer straight things, right? That straight going to what that they go suffer those straight things. That's that word straight, not actually like a straight line, but like say again, like those places of difficulties, right? So say what the righteous gonna suffer straight things, but yet they gonna hope for the wide, right? Go on. And that wide is what? Salvation, the kingdom, so forth and so on, being beamed up. Go ahead.
For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things.
Right, we just keeping this just about Israel, right? So the 2/3, they also go suffer the straight things and have done wickedly, and what they say?
Have suffered the straight things and yet shall not see the wise.
They not gonna see it. They're not gonna see the why. Yeah, they'll see it in the kingdom through being born through the loins of the elect, but they're not gonna receive it on that first resurrection, which is what we striving for, right? So I brought that out because it said what the elect gonna suffer great things, and those who done wickedly are gonna do it. That's why I said there's no temptation. There have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man. Everybody gonna go. Everybody go through shit. Everybody will. But you know it says what? But Yahweh Shemashai is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted above that you are able. See, he gonna put you through something, and that's why he faithful. So he wants you to be faithful. He may put you through something, and you may think at the the initial time, the initial point that you're going through it, oh man, this too much on me. This unbearable. This and that. But he telling you, hey, he not gonna put you put something on you that you cannot handle. You just gotta pray, fast and receive counsel, whatever the case may be. Ultimately, believe in Yahweh Shemashah that he gonna deliver you out of whatever it is that you are going through. Right? It's but will with the temptation, right? With what you've been troubled with or the trial that you're going through, with that temptation, also make a way to escape that you may be able to bear it. So there's always, so those who are in Yahweh Shemashah, Lord of the elect, even whatever we're going through, we gotta always remember it's an escape. Right? There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. There's a way out of this situation. The Lord just wants you to believe on them and have faith in them, and they're going to deliver you. Because he already said he ain't going to put nothing on you that you can't bear. And he also is like, so he ain't going to put nothing on you that you can't bear. And there's also an escape through whatever he put you through. So all that's required of you is to believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. And guess what? They going to deliver you out of whatever it is that you go through.
Oh.
You got something?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Start with Job 23:10. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he had tried me, I shall come forth as gold. All right. So the Lord, he knows. Well, the Lord, he's in control of our steps. First off, all right. Everything that we do. Man's goings are of the Lord. All right. It says right. When he had tried me. All right. So the Lord, he's gonna try you to see if you're really down with him. All right. Because you. Dang, the quote just left my head.
It may come back.
But yeah, the Lord basically, he has to try you to see if you're down, all right?
Right.
It says, I shall come forth as gold, all right? So yeah, just like Tazakai was saying, the brother Tazakai was saying, it's always going to be a way of escape. You just got to believe that he's going to make a way for you to escape, all right?
Right. Like, ultimately, like we talking about, like, when it comes to precious metals, you got to put that metal in that heat to purify it, but if you put it in not long enough, it's gonna still have impurities. You put it in too long, it's gonna melt. It's gonna be destroyed. You gotta keep it in there at the right time, at the right moment, and then pull it out. That's just what Yahweh Shai gonna do to his elect. He gonna put you in that fire. He gonna put it in you he gonna pull you out at the right perfect time for you to be molded and to be shaped in his image and the way that he wants you to be. Right? I believe that's actually going to, I think it's Malachi 3. But ultimately, like you say, you're going to come forth as that gold. As a matter of fact, I got something real quick. 1 Peter 4. Salakia. 1 Peter 4, verse 12. And it reads, Beloved, right? Ultimately, the house of David. Because that's what that means, beloved. Say, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, right? So let's say here, dear friends, don't be surprised at the fiery trials that you are going through, right? As though some strange things happen unto you, right? Don't think it's strange. Don't think it's, the Lord trying to, the Lord is being, mean to me. He on me. He don't like me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I a man of the Lord? Like, because sometimes you may feel like that, but we got to always do what? Refer back to the scriptures and get to understand, like, no, he not doing that. We ain't been appointed unto wrath, but unto salvation. You get what I'm saying? But also we got to understand everything that we go through, like Micah 7:9 say, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. So whatever he put us through, we deserve it. Another scripture say, what? We ain't punished according to what we deserve as far as our iniquities. So the Lord's always having that mercy out for his men, also the elect women as well and children. But it's the men who are at the forefront of the battle, fighting the elements, so to speak. The mockers, the scoffers, the scholars, and all this madness, right? On the forefront of the battle, right? But whatever you're going through it as well, said, don't think it's strange that the Lord putting you through it, because verse 13 say, but rejoice and as much as you are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering. Right? Because look, in the NLT, see, I love the NLT say, instead, be very glad, for these trials make you partners with Hamashiach in his sufferings. Right? And just like it speaks about what? Being joint heirs with Yahweh Shema Shai. The suffering this time is not to be compared with the glory that we can receive in the kingdom. Right? But yes, we men and we in this flesh, so things do, initially it hurts, it burns, but then we just, hey, we got to, what they say in the world, you got to see it through. You got to see it through, But it says what? That when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be also glad, that ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Right? And when, he gonna come in what? In the glory of the Yahweh Shema Shai, what? In the chariots. Right? So when we see him pull up, then we gonna see him in this glory when he, saying when he, he have his crown and, he receive his rightful, reward that he gonna get. We gonna see that glory, but also the glory when he come pull up and he beam us up. You're gonna be exceeding glad because why? Lord, will you be the elect and you did all that you could to please Yahweh Shema Shai. You strove for the masters. You did everything that you possibly could that your human body allowed you to do. Again, we're not perfect, so yeah, we gonna sin, we gonna go off, but it say the righteous man falleth down 7 times, but he picketh himself up. Roughly paraphrase. So when you fall, hey, you don't just, oh man, I'm nothing, I'm gonna die, No, you just pick yourself up, all right, because it says, scripture say, what? Let not thy sins weigh you down. But also said, what? Blessed are they who iniquities are not imputed against them. So that means what? The elect gonna sin. Right? They have. Mm-hmm. Even Yahweh, he's sinned before. But what? It's up to Yahweh. What? He gives the pardons. And Yahweh Shai, because all judgment came down to him. They give the pardons up to the elect. So to hell what you went through, yeah, you go off, but guess what, man? Hey, dust your shoulders off, so to speak, and keep pressing on. And like he told the woman, what? Sin no more to the best of your ability, right? But we're going to be exceeding glad and joy because, hey, Lord, will we be beamed up? Because we know what? Hey, it's the end, and this is salvation. And we definitely don't want to be left down here and we get passed over by the chariots or that one big chariot that the elect may be beamed up, because then you're not going to be in joy because you know what? You're going to die. Right? You're going to get hit by concentrated laser beams or you're going to get hit by them thermonuclear warheads. So you're definitely going to be glad when that day comes. So what? So that you be beamed up and receive salvation and be told, hey, well done, my good and faithful servant. That's what we all striving to hear from Yahweh Shema Shai. You got something, bro? Mm-hmm. What's that?
Proverbs 3 and 5.
Okay.
This is Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not unto thy own understanding. All right? So, when the Lord is putting you through things, you got to trust in him. He's doing it for a positive reason. If you're doing what you got to do, all right? That's right. that word heart going into the Hebrew word loud, mm-hmm. which, means mind, all right?
That's right.
So, yeah, you just got to trust in the Lord. Don't lean into your own understanding. Them demons, Satan start talking in your head, talking about you not a man of the Lord, you not, you're going to die, I don't know, saying you're nothing, basically, mm-hmm. all right? Don't lean into them. Don't lean into them thoughts, all right? You got to trust in the Lord.
That's right.
All right.
Then it say, now verse 6 say, what? All thy ways acknowledge him, right? Okay. So seek his will. It say, seek his will in all that you do, and he shall direct thy paths, right? So if you're doing what Yahweh Shema Shai commanded to do to the best of your ability, he going to direct your path. And if you being obedient to your best of your ability, he's not going to direct your path to destruction. Yep. He's going to direct your path to salvation. So that's why I say to cleave unto him, depart not away, which is actually a precept I had in mind too. But yeah, you're supposed to cleave unto Yahweh Shema Shai. He knows what's best for us. Who the hell are you? Oh, I think I know what's best. No, well, guess what? I think you want to die if you say something like that. And ain't none of us trying to do that. So you got to continue to believe in Yahweh Shema Shai so that he directs your pace, directs your ways, the paths that'll lead to salvation. Okay. You say you have something now?
Yeah, one more. All right, this is Ecclesiastes, Sirach 2 and 1.
Oh, that's the spirit. Hold on, give me a second. There we go.
All right, it says, my son, if thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, if you're really coming to serve the Lord, and if you actually believe in the Lord and you coming to serve the Lord to please him,
that's right.
Prepare yourself for temptations. All right, you're gonna go through things that's gonna tempt you to basically go off or forsake the Lord. But it says prepare your soul. All right, mm-hmm. So you basically gotta like expect things to happen. All right. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly adhere, and make not haste in the time of trouble. All right. So yeah, you gotta constantly adhere. You gotta get your mind ready to go through anything. All right. It
Right.
says,
They say make not haste in time of trouble.
mm-hmm.
So like when a situation hits you, don't have those quick feet and just I gotta do that. Sit down, breathe, right? Pray, seek counsel from a brother, fast, whatever the case may be. Believe in your how about your mouth shy, right? And don't try to take matters into your own hands. Because you do something like that, it can lead you. You could dig the hole deeper for yourself by what? Not being obedient to what Yahweh Shai command you to do when those times come upon thee.
Okay. Verse 3 says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So yeah, you cleave unto him and depart not away. So pray, stick to the scriptures. Fast. Fasting is just not just food. You go on water fast, food fast, music fast, things like that. All right. It says, thou mayest be increased at thy last end. All right. Be increased, during.
Well, how you could put it is, like you said, as you cleave unto him and depart not away, like I said, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Which we understand what the last end is going to be what? To receive the salvation and to be, brought into the kingdom, the restoration of the kingdom, to be a part of that, the upper echelon, the governments of Yahweh Shai. But even as we head towards that part, receiving increased endurance, increased faith, increased belief, right? All that's going to lead up to that increase in that last sense was receiving that crown of righteousness from Yahweh Shai. That's what we all striving for.
Okay. All right. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. All right. So it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. All right, because back in Proverbs, I'll just add it to it. I'll get to it real quick.
And also with that too, you better say whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, right? Because the scriptures in Hebrews 12 it do say that no chastisement seems to be joyous. So no, it ain't joyful, it ain't happy. You laughing and giggling and shit. But it did say what? Because he look at you as a son if he's chastening you.
Yeah, I got that.
Right? The ones who not, he said, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, he look at you as a son, and bro, go ahead, let the Lord speak.
This is Proverbs 3:11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. All right.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you don't despise chastening of the Lord, and neither be weary of his correction, because he's correcting you towards what? To direct you in those right paths, so that you learn from your mistakes and you try your best not to commit them again. Right? And then at the end of the day, you don't want to despise his chastening, because like I said, what do you do to your child? You chastise them. Right? You chastise so what? So that they do right, so they don't do wrong again. Right? For somebody that's doing it the right way, don't go just beat on you because I'm mad, because it will make me feel good. Now, you get chastised so that you don't make that same mistake again. Right? And he also, like I said, when he chastises you, he loves you as sons. They say if you be without chastisement, then you are bastards. So, you just better, like you said, set your mind right. You better check yourself. If everything seems to be going all good and, Jim Dandy and ain't nothing wrong and it's all good in the hood, hey, man, you need to be checking yourself, right? Because you're supposed to be expecting some type of chastisement to be seen as a son of Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Verse 12. For whom the Lord loveth, he corrected, even as a father the son in whom he delighted. Right. So yeah.
That's pretty much what I was just saying.
Yeah,
like you said, pretty much what I was just saying. Like, yeah, if he chastises you, then he sees you as a son. Yep. Right?
So, yeah,
and then you get a chance, because look, you could have went off and he could have just took your life from you. Mm-hmm. See, 2/3 don't get that. And they keep messing up. He messed up, and that Ecclesiastes 8:11 set in, done. Mm-hmm. Now that you're dead, you don't got no chance to, right your wrong, so to speak, or ask for forgiveness. But you in this truth, you get chastised, but you still have a chance. The Lord still have that mercy upon you to seek forgiveness, to repent. So, and then what? To move forward and try to please and do the will you have about Shema Shai. You got it back, bro.
Back to verse 4. Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. That word patient goes back to suffering.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're gonna be suffering when you're changed to a low estate. All right.
That's right.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity.
I'm gonna say this too, because it ain't nothing for the Lord when it say be patient without change to a lower state, because it ain't nothing for the Lord to what change it to a higher state, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So like I said, just be patient, right? Suffer, wait, because we understand that when thou change to a lower state, we understand, like I said, at the end all be all, we gonna be in that higher state. We gonna be in that majestic, that regal, royal estate, right? We not seeking for glory on this side, absolutely not. We seeking for that glory in the kingdom to come. Right, so when you change down, hey, say what? The meek shall inherit the earth. Hey, you should have a meek and contrite spirit any damn way, period. So when you get changed, be patient, because it's not forever. It's only temporarily, right? Ooh, that's the thing about 2 Corinthians 4:17. Like those light afflictions, that's all it is. It's temporary. Mm-hmm. Because the things of this world is temporal, but the world to come is eternal, right? So again, like I say, be patient. Endure. Have faith in Yahweh Shai when these things come upon thee. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. All right, so you're trying that fire, getting the impurities out that gold. All right, just like you're trying to get them, just like the Lord is trying to get the impurities out of His men. All right, He's trying to see if you're really down for Him. All right.
Mm-hmm. He's
trying to see if you're that acceptable man. All right. So that's why we got to go through things.
Through.
Verse 6. Believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. All right. So trust in the Lord. Believe that He has a way for you to escape whatever you're going through. All right. Verse 7. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest He fall. All right. So Ye that reverence the Lord, wait for His mercy. Wait for that way to escape. All right. It says, go not aside lest ye fall. All right. So don't forsake the Lord just because you're going through something. All right.
Like your brother earlier, don't lean unto your own understanding.
Yep. Kind.
You go, I'm gonna do it like this. Then, well, guess what? You gonna fall, and then be through. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. All right. That ultimate reward going into the kingdom of heaven. All right. Getting salvation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's it on that.
Did you have something else, or you was cool?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. Well, we can finish it off over here at that what I quoted earlier a moment ago, 2 Corinthians. So it say, the 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. It says, for which cause we faint not. Let me see. Yeah, well, let's go here. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So, we not in the spirit, faint not of giving up and being weary and giving up on Yahweh Shai, right? Like I said, but though our outward man perish, right, that outward man, that old man that's perishing, right, that weak, simple-minded man, that immature man that's perishing, right? Yet the inward man is renewed day by day, but that your inner spirit is being renewed. That old righteous spirit that you had in times past, the Lord is renewing that, refreshing that within your body, within your spirit, right? So what? That means, so we know that the elect, man, they not going to ever give up. Right, because they never forsook the Lord. They never gave up. In that previous chapter where he was reading Sirach, it said, look at the generations of old. Right? Look at those men of old who believed in Yahweh Shai, and they was never confounded. They was never left ashamed because they truthfully believed in Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai always came through for them, for their belief. Right? So that's what's happened with our spirits. We've been renewed day by day, and when everything come to pass, or when everything come upon us, we get hurt initially, and we be mad, we be upset, but then at the end of the day, set thy heart right, get your mind right, and then what? It's just, this is a part of the walk. And that's what we understand. And then we understand what, too? That we deserve whatever the Lord put upon us. We just hope that whatever He put upon us, we be able to bear it, we be able to, endure it, so that we stay on track to receive salvation. Because verse 17 say what? For our light afflictions, which is but for a moment. See, the things that we going through on this side, man, it's just for a moment. It ain't long lasting, everlasting. It's just for a moment, right? Working for us far more exceeding an eternal weight of glory. You know what I'm saying? So let me read that in the NLT. It say, for our present troubles are small and won't last very long. See, they small. It's a small thing to a giant, right? And they ain't gonna last very long. Yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever, man. Like your brother said, like, hey, look, that glory that we can receive in the kingdom, to receive that crown from Yahushua, Hamashiach, to be joint heirs with Yahushua, to have a kingdom ruled in complete righteousness, right? No filth, nothing defiled, no wickedness. To be able to live forever and forevermore, to have the law, statutes, commandments downward in their inward part, so that we can forever and forever do all those things to please Yahweh Bashim Shai, right? That's exceedingly great, exceeding the eternal way, the glory that we striving for, and that we know gonna come to pass. But we hoping to be again a part of that first resurrections. We hoping to be what? A part of those first fruits that was with Yahweh Bashim Shai from the beginning. Already doing all those things that please Yahweh Bashim Shai. We as Lord willing, hoping we getting put back in our rightful place, being of the elect, Lord willing, right? So that glory outweighs, saying, damn, I know I said this gonna be the last about one more, but that glory outweighs whatever the hell that we going on over here, period. Verse 18, while we look not at the things which are seen, right, but at the things which are not seen. See, we're not worrying about the tangible, the carnal temporary things on this side. We looking at the things which are not seen. People, we speak about the kingdom, but they can't see it right now. We speak about being the kings again, being priests again, having righteousness, having new bodies, being this and that, but you don't see it right now. Because why? They don't have faith. We see it in our minds. We see it through faith, right? And we understand that it's going to come to pass. As all these prophecies, as all these things that came to pass, the Most High is not like man that he should lie. So if he says it's going to happen, best believe it's going to happen. We just got to endure, and we own their time. We own his time. We not own our time, right? It say what? It say, for the things which are seen are temporal. See, that's why we're not looking on these things. Trying to, like I said, we land up in treasures in heaven, not here upon earth. Like I said, so the things that you're seeing right now, everything, this current eon, this current world right now is temporary. It's going to all be done away with, right? And it's going to be renewed through righteousness through the Israelites. Start with Yahweh Shai Mashiach and the rest of the order on down. The Yahweh Shai Mashiach on down. Right, but it say, but the things which are seen are the things which are not seen are eternal. Again, the things that you don't see yet, that incoming kingdom that's already there. It say, pray for a few days and wait. Watch and pray for a few days because the kingdom's already prepared. Watch. Roughly paraphrase. I know I probably messed the word again, but hey, the kingdom already there. Yahweh already did what he had to do. The victory is already there. We just gotta endure the rest of the movie, and then we gonna receive that, which was promised unto us, right? But yeah, the things that you see right now, man, hey, man, look, oh well. That's our mindset, like, shit, it ain't gonna last forever, right? We know righteousness is gonna flourish, and that's gonna last forever. So I wanted to just finish it off right here. Romans chapter 8, I'm gonna start at 16, but I'm gonna stop it at 18. We'll select, 18. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Bashim Shai. It's the Spirit that's within you. That's why Scripture say, what, to try the Spirit by the Spirit, right? Yeah, we got the understanding, like, people, it ain't about color, but color do have an indicator as far as who are Israelites. But but that's just going back to the origins of things. We know that some Israelites look like Edomites. We know that some look like Moabites. Some look like Japhites, so forth and so on. But it's the spirit, right? That's why we don't need no DNA test. Our records and stuff was destroyed and was taken away. Now the elites, the Rothschilds out there, they know who we are, but we don't. And you know how Jake be? They got us. I want to see the source. I want to see proof. Now we don't need proof. We have the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? So we know that the Spirit bear with us that we are the children of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And it's saying, if children, then heirs of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and what? And joint heirs with a Mashiach. That's what we striving for. To be joint heirs, to be to be the children. Like I said, if children, then heirs. To inherit what? The kingdom, right? They say, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together. So what? We are being partakers of the sufferings of Yahweh HaMashiach. That's what it said, that when we say being partakers of his sufferings, I mean what? We are partners in this suffering, right? That's why he called us what? I don't call you servants, but I call you friends. We his brothers. So he know, like I said, he gave that grand, that perfect example as far as being a big bro, being a man, enduring the things that's going to come upon him. Man, you got to do the same thing too. They say, what, gird up thy loins and shoot thyself a man. Hey, you got to do that too. He did it, and he going to receive a reward. That means what? We got to do it too, to do what? Receive a reward. This is not going to be no cakewalk. It ain't going to be nothing handed to you. It ain't not going to be given to you. You got to earn this, right? Verse 18, here's the point. For I reckon, right, that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So, hey, point blank period, meaning what? Anything that we going on this side, man, it ain't worthy. It ain't worthy to, for your mind just keep, oh man, this happened and that happened and this. It's not worthy. You know what I'm saying? To ponder on those things. When we understand what's gonna come to us with that glory that's gonna be revealed in us, it ain't gonna be compared to nothing. You're not even gonna think about the bullshit that you went through once we receive that which is promised unto us. So we ain't even supposed to be worrying about it. All we're supposed to do is what? Understand that, hey, there's a job that needs to be done, and we are to serve you. That's to serve Yahweh Shai, to feed his sheep, right? Because when you came into this thing, that's you gave a vow to do that. If you didn't know that or not, yeah, when you chose, I'm gonna serve the Lord. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. That was a vow to Yahweh Shai. And he don't play about them vows. If you make a vow, you better keep it, or what? He gonna disannul your vow and put your ass to death. So again, understand that the sufferings, the light afflictions, the fiery trials, the hard times that's coming upon you on this side, it's not worthy to be in comparison to the glory of the kingdom of righteousness, of salvation, of the restoration of Israel that we gonna receive.
That's something. Let's bring this out. Deuteronomy 28:2.
Oh shoot, I put 38. Ain't no 38.
And Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28:2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power. All right, and we're, us the elect, the hopeful elect. We're hearkening to the Lord our power. All right, we're doing the things that's pleasing unto Him. We're feeding the sheep. We're enduring the things that we're going through. All right, so them blessings that's written. Kingdom of heaven. All right. The bodies, all right, it's all going to overtake us, all right. So yeah, it's not going to be compared to the sufferings that we're going through now, all right.
All right.
So yeah, that was it.
Like he said, those blessings, right? Those promises, righteousness is going to overtake you, and that's what's going to flourish. And what righteousness will lead to what? Life. And that's the only thing that the Israelites going to be able to do, because why? Again, like I said earlier, we're going to be in that new covenant, which we're not in right now, but we're going to be in that new covenant with those new bodies, and we'll never die because we'll never sin again. And again, like I said, these will happen to you if thou hearken to the voice of Yahweh Shai, thy power. And that's what the men of the Lord, the sisters, the children, those who are believing, they hearken to the voice of Yahweh Shai. Those are the ones who are written in the book, and those are ones who are going to receive that salvation and that first resurrection. Right? Yep. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to sincere Akim out there listening. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the honor to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that pushes the great gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom, Yasha, Allah, Abai, Babal.